So two amazing things happened here at Xbox On recently. First, we got our hands on a shiny new ROG Xbox Ally X. And then I managed to put it down just long enough to answer some of your questions. The 2025 Xbox Game Showcase actually showed off not one, but two sweet new handheld gaming devices, the ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X. So your first question is likely going to be, what's the difference? So both of them feature things like a 7-inch 1920 by 1080p display, textured grips that are modelled after the Xbox controller, customizable RGB lights on the thumbsticks, and speakers with smart amp tech and Dolby Atmos support. So, like Ant and Dec, they're actually very similar, but unlike Ant and Dec, the differences between them are actually pretty important. We've got a pair of AMD chips at play here, with the Xbox Ally X rocking the top-range AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme, while the Xbox Ally features the AMD Ryzen Z2A, which is an efficient CPU that is perfectly primed for gaming across the board. The Xbox Ally X pairs that up with 24GB of blisteringly fast memory, clocked at 8,000 MHz, resulting in absolutely no hitching no matter the task at hand. Meanwhile, we've got 16GB of still quite nifty 6400 MHz RAM in the Xbox Ally, which is absolutely plenty and a great match for that Z2A chip. Now, there is a notable difference in storage capacity, with the Xbox Ally offering you 512GB of rapid M.2 SSD storage, with that being doubled to 1TB in the Xbox Ally X, giving you ample space for all the games that you want to play. All this to say is that the Xbox Ally is an all-purpose gaming machine, while the Xbox Ally X is its beefed-up cousin, packed with AI enhancements for the smoothest possible experience. The ROG Xbox Ally gives players loads of different ways to play games, both online and offline, from within the Game Pass catalogue and beyond, including your Xbox Play Anywhere games. Play Anywhere, by the way, means that your saves and achievements go with you across platforms, so your Outer Worlds 2 save from playing on console will be there waiting for you once you go to the ROG Xbox Ally. To break it down a little bit more, you absolutely can install PC games onto the ROG Xbox Ally and run them natively. So on Xbox, find the game that you want to install, and then click the button that says Install. And then that will install the game onto the Xbox Ally, meaning that the game is being installed. Yeah? Now, when you next launch the game, you'll be playing it natively on the device because the game is installed on the Xbox Ally. That should clear things up. Naturally, you can play natively installed titles offline, provided they don't depend on online services like multiplayer-only titles, so you're able to keep gaming no matter where you are. One thing you do need to make sure is that you actually launch the game whilst online at least once, and then from that point onwards, you can then launch it offline. I would recommend reconnecting to the internet every now and then just to back up your save to the cloud, but apart from that, you're good to go. So, yes, you can play and install PC games that you own or via the Game Pass library onto your ROG Ally. But there are other ways to play as well. With a solid Wi-Fi connection, you can start streaming from the hundreds of cloud-friendly games in the Game Pass library, as well as those from the Stream Your Own Game collection. And both of those lists are expanding too, so Xbox Ally players are never going to be short on games to play or ways to play them. Or you can remote play too, which means literally playing your console on your Xbox Ally. Just be sure to enable remote connections on the console you're planning on streaming from first before you go on that boring trip to Nana's. Anyway, lots of different ways to play. Oh, I love a good yes-no question, especially when it's a yes. So the Xbox Ally supports both Xbox games on PC and a whole load of other storefronts, like you can see right here. So don't worry, that doesn't mean you're actually going to be spending all your time jumping in and out of different apps, trying to remember where you bought that one particular game from, because Xbox's aggregated gaming library takes your games from your storefronts with both your natively installed guys and your cloud-compatible ones, and then puts them all into one convenient location. Like this. Look, they're from all over the place. Class. So head to My Apps to download the storefronts that you need, and then launch them from Xbox to start installing the games that you want to play across Battle.net and all the other storefronts. So knowing which games the Xbox Ally can play is one thing, but how do you figure out how well it can play them? Well, as luck would have it, the Xbox Handheld Compatibility program has launched alongside the Xbox Ally to help resolve this whole situation. Now, the program has tested thousands of games in terms of their handheld compatibility, which means things like controller input, text legibility, and so on. In addition, Windows Performance Fit will assess how well a game will perform on a specific handheld, giving it a better understanding of how well the game will run ahead of installing it. So when you're browsing the store on Xbox and you see a game that's marked handheld optimized, then everything's going to be hunky-dory. While mostly compatible means you might just need to tinker with a setting or two to get things both hunky and dory. On the performance side of things, a should play great label means that you can look forward to frame rates of 60 FPS and up, while should play well means it'll average 30 FPS or better. One of the cool things about the ROG Xbox Ally is how immediately familiar it feels to anyone who has spent a lot of time with an Xbox gamepad in their hand. I mean, it really gives you that full experience, you know, textured grips, a shiny Xbox button, and all the rest. And then it lets you take it on the go. But that absolutely doesn't mean that the ROG Xbox Ally is only suitable for gamepad-based gaming. The ROG Xbox Ally comes packing more ports than a Portuguese wine club. There's 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C ports on the Xbox Ally, while the Xbox Ally X swaps one of those for a Type-C USB 4. Now, both devices also feature a micro SD card reader, not to mention a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is combined with a microphone, by the way. They also feature Bluetooth 5.4, meaning that you've got the perfect device to hook up with all sorts of keyboards, gamepads, headsets, and whatever other gaming peripherals you fancy. Just hit the Xbox button, head to the settings cog, then scroll down to Bluetooth devices. And then you're going to set the peripheral that you want to connect up into pair mode, and you'll automatically see it on the list of devices. Connect it, and boom, your controller or your headset or your keyboard or whatever is now ready to use on your Xbox Ally. So the ROG Xbox Ally is obviously great for gaming on the go, but it's also brilliant for when you get back home because yes, you can connect it to another big screen like I've done right there. So thanks to these dual USB-C ports, an Xbox Ally can be hooked up to your favorite gaming monitor or your fanciest TV set using a very simple HDMI adapter or a docking station just like this one. Then you can connect an Xbox wireless controller to it via Bluetooth, and it's essentially acting as your home console or your PC, just on a bigger screen. Quick little tip for you, if you want to be able to turn off the display on your Xbox Ally while it's connected to an external display, just press one of the back buttons and X, doesn't matter which back button, and then you can choose second screen only. Or if you want it to appear on both, just make sure you choose duplicate. And there you go, it's that easy. So another great thing about the ROG Xbox Ally is that you can really make it your ROG Xbox Ally thanks to the wealth of customization options that it comes packed with. A whole crate worth, you might even say. You'll see what I mean. So Armoury Crate is a nifty little bit of software that ROG uses to let players tweak all sorts of things, ranging from performance and power modes to the handheld's RGB lighting as well. You can even create custom controller configurations, and you can even utilize the paddles on the back. Very nice. For quick presets though, there's Turbo, Silent, and Performance, all of which have an effect on battery life, game performance, and fan speed. So you can kind of prioritize quickly which one you find more important. I'm a Turbo kind of guy. And Armoury Crate gets even better now that it's been integrated into the Xbox Game Bar in the form of Command Center, which you can conjure up mid-game to quickly adjust settings like brightness and Wi-Fi connections on the fly. It's sort of like a gaming pit stop, only with less yelling and fewer power tools. One of the most common questions about the ROG Xbox Ally is it a PC? And I'd like to answer that with a strong, authoritative yes, but, and let me show you why. When you first boot up the device, it will launch you straight into the Xbox full screen experience, which has been optimized specifically for handheld gaming. It minimizes background activity and helps provide the most powerful gaming experience possible. And it's extremely sweet because it offers the best of both worlds. You've got the freedom of a Windows open gaming ecosystem, but with the efficiency and familiarity of a console-like interface. But you can also jump out of this and into the full Windows 11 environment just by holding the Xbox button and then selecting Windows Desktop. And now you're going to find all your favorite apps and just be able to take care of whatever computing tasks you can squeeze in when you're not gaming. So you could grab Discord, you could scroll through Reddit, and of course, you could watch some YouTube videos on Edge as well. Now, if only there was a channel I could recommend that you subscribe to. Anyway, is it a PC? The answer is basically, it is if you want it to be. The ROG Xbox Ally comes with a nice bit of storage built in, 512 gigabytes in the ROG Xbox Ally's case and a full 1 terabyte in the case of the Xbox Ally X. So you got room to work with right from the off. But if, like 70s songstress Andrea True, you want more, then you've also got plenty of options. So this slot right at the top is for micro SD cards, and they are the easiest way to expand your storage. Micro SD cards, they come in various sizes and are pretty cost effective, even in capacities as big as 512 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, even up to 2 terabytes. Now, the faster the speed, the better for gaming. So this range by SanDisk, which is designed for the Xbox Ally in mind, is perfect. And if you do feel like getting a bit more surgical, SanDisk also offer SSDs that can add up to 4 terabytes of extra room that you will need to install yourself in the device, but don't worry, it's designed with that in mind. With the option to upgrade via microSD, USB, or just a full-blown SSD replacement, ROG Xbox Ally users should have absolutely no problem getting exactly as much space as they need. Sometimes it's good when things are loud, like with fireworks or the music that I listen to. But sometimes it's bad when things are loud, like with roadworks or the music that other people listen to. Fortunately, the ROG Xbox Ally has been designed to make the good loud things good and loud, and the bad loud things nice and quiet. The inbuilt fans, for example, are extra large at 8mm tall with 77 fan blades and anti-gravity heat pipes that will keep the console cool no matter what orientation you're holding it in. But they are also absolutely whisper quiet. On the other hand, the ROG Xbox Ally's speakers can get nice and loud thanks to the 2-speaker system and its smart amplifier technology. If you've got a quality headset you fancy pairing with it, the Dolby Atmos support and high-res certification guarantee that you'll be getting a crisp, high-quality audio experience. Or good loud, as I previously put it. So have I left any of your ROG Xbox Ally questions unanswered? Fire them away down in the comments and I'll get to them as quick as I can. Bye!